So here's what happened on day 1 in our Erasmus training in Greece. I walked in to find everybody in the backyard playing with mud. The classroom's still empty. Here's our program for the week. Come on, guys, hurry up. We gotta start learning. Joke's on them. We're about to remind everyone what it was like during formal education. Everyone's sitting quiet, passively listening to the teacher. By the looks on their faces, it becomes obvious that this is not the way to teach people. I would even go as far as to say as it's a waste of time, really. Should we tell them? Let's watch them squirm just a little bit longer. At one point, you can just see them just angrily accept it, that this is just how it's going to be. People were visibly frustrated. And at that point, we just couldn't hold off any longer. We had to do like the big ta-da reveal, jokes on you. This seminar is actually going to be fun. And then we had them rearrange the classroom. Now everybody can sit in a circle. Yeah, that's more like it. Hey, how about everybody write their hopes and expectations and share it with each other? The foundation of non-formal education is learner-based, and curriculums are adjusted according to the needs of the students. Then we move on to my favorite part. It's called weaving the community web, because out of this yarn, we make a web to visualize the creation of a network between us. Honestly, this activity works in so many different contexts. During the break, some people played with falafel balls, other people made mud balls. We also had another game with balls, but I didn't film it. It was a name game before we moved on to making our course culture. Because, you know, democracy, sociocracy, ooh, the balls are ready to eat. Here's our first meal together, delicious and nutritious, 100% vegan. And after we recharged over lunch, we continued with the sessions, and they become more interactive. At the end of the day, students are faced with a group challenge. Since it's only day 1, we decided to keep things light. I, in the meantime, decorated the walls of the classroom with their drawings. This really helps build community, y'all. And the main learning outcome of the group activity is to just get people to have fun together and perform in front of one another. It's all about setting the stage for a meaningful, non-formal educational experience. I really like all of the students, so I'm very excited for what's to come in the next few days. The foundation of this program was laid by Rosemary Morrow. However, Annalise and I have interpolated it and added our own twists and turns according to the group and also our abilities as teachers. As you see, they spend a lot of time in group work, and we also use a lot of posters. Once again, a yummy dinner with some non-vegan options this time. And honestly, I'm feeling very satisfied with the day. Tomorrow we'll be talking mostly about adult learners, so stay tuned. Good morning, and it's now day 2 of our Erasmus Permaculture Teachers Training, and we finally get to set the tone with a real morning circle. And I know we look like a cult, but we're actually just playing a name game, after which everybody was energized to sit down and listen to a history lesson. This session is called The Pioneers of Pedagogy, where we go over key figures of non-formal education. And after so much talking, people just wanted to get their hands dirty for a little bit before we head back to the classroom to talk about different learning styles and how to appeal to a broader spectrum of learner intelligences. Since the material is still kind of abstract, the posters really helped get our ideas across. And then to balance out all the group time, we had everyone do a little bit of individual reflection, and once again came together as a group to harvest from the collective intelligence. I think it's clear what's going on here. Allowing the students to move around during the lesson greatly benefits the learning. We use this method over and over because it's been proven to provide a much richer learning experience no matter what the subject. The day went by quite quickly, and it was time to present them the teaching challenge of the day. We kind of just threw them into it, no time for preparation or nothing, and I sat back and hid in the bushes and spied on everyone. And to be honest, most of them are going to be better teachers than me one day, someday. Come on, guys, really don't get too excited about that part. And here I am laying in a hammock. I don't really know why I'm still filming. At one point, I started to feel like everyone was just having fun without me or something. Like, look at this, what's going on? They're supposed to be learning and teaching and learning how to teach and teaching how to learn. Yeah, this is quite a metaphysical course if you haven't figured that out already. Yeah, okay, these guys are like really into it now. Come on, let's just call it a day. We have a full program tomorrow. And yesterday we had an evening session. I mean, these brains need to sleep. Acro yoga, don't mind if I do. Oh my God, look, I'm flying. posters on the wall. Here's dinner and good night. Day 3 of the Erasmus training for permaculture teachers. I love how working on this cob stove has become like a morning ritual. The theme of the day is qualities of effective teachers. To cover the material, we used a multitude of interactive methods. Once again, making sure that we combined thinking and doing and allow space for there to be individual as well as collective conclusions. And honestly, the food has been delicious this whole time. As you see, very colorful, healthy. Taste of freedom is how you'll find them. And once again, we burden the students with yet another teaching challenge. This time, they get more time, which can be like a double-edged sword if you think about it. Oh yeah, and here I am being creepy again. This is what we call in the teaching world monitoring. During the group work, you're supposed to be like a fly on the wall, only intervening if someone's gonna, poke their eye out or something. Overall, I was really impressed with the depth of knowledge among these people. Very humbling because, I was there to teach them, but things kind of turned around and suddenly I felt like the student or the participant or whatever you call it in adult learning these days. All the presentations got their stamp of approval, and at the end of the day, I couldn't wait to eat because really the food is just so good. Day 4, people have already got to know each other, but that doesn't stop us from playing more icebreakers because that's actually what we're here to learn. The theme of the day is teaching methods. There's always the danger of becoming too theoretical here, which is why it's crucial the teacher provides opportunities for self-expression. The same way I'm going to mix in some photos with this video now. See? Magically made things more interesting. And the second session of this day is literally my favorite of the entire course. It's titled The Socratic Method, and you just stand there and ask questions the whole time. I'm not kidding. It's all about teachable moments and dialogue with students. And trust me, it can get frustrating at times, but if you're diligent and you ask the right questions in the right order, you can lead people to almost any conclusion without giving the answer away. This hack has been used for millennia, trust me. Here's Annalise with her angelic voice. Music, good food. We make people feel good while they're learning. After lunch, we go over tendencies and rhythms of the day. Before you guessed it, yet another teaching challenge. This time, they were given an entire half hour that they had to fill, and I was very satisfied to observe that people were engaged with the activity, as well as seemingly more confident than the day before. I like how many people added interactive elements in their lessons as well. Honestly, much more fun to photograph. And you know what is never so good in the pictures? Sunsets. Look at this sunset. It's so much better in person. We've reached that point in the course when the days just start to blend together. The second half of the course is generally a little bit more easygoing, more playful, and this is on purpose because of the increased workload on the students. The challenges get progressively more challenging, which is why it's important to make an effort to keep up the good mood. During the actual sessions, we prompt them to have quite deep discussions, reviewing the material, improving communication skills. In the meantime, I really needed more coffee because the day before we had a birthday boy. Not him, the other guy. Wait, where's Cristo blowing out the candles? Come on. He missed the most important part. This is what happens when I give other people the film. Anyway, that was yesterday. Today, we're talking about teaching tools. Annalise and I put different objects in the middle of the room and asked everybody to choose one and tell us how they would use it to teach a lesson. It's a useful session for every teacher because you just get so many ideas. The teaching challenge of the day is to create an educational game. Obviously, everybody had fun with this. Here I am, paparazzo. Is it okay to be jealous of all the fun that they're having? I'm having fun too, but I gotta be responsible for stuff, People like this inspire me to think like the world isn't such a bad place after all. There's hope, Ow! What was that? Was that a sign? Was that a sign that there's no hope? Is there no hope?
Here's a quiz for you.
How to use this plant to...
Which soil is better?
You will save money.
Day 7 of the training was video day, where everybody got to choose a different style and platform, and every single project was unique and impressive, considering that a lot of people didn't come with prior experience creating media. And look what they can do just after one day. Some of them were even editing on their desktops. Listen, I went to a film school with a very selective admissions process, and back then nobody can turn out these kinds of quality videos in the first year, let alone first session. Oh my, how times have changed. Made me realize realize how video making is an absolutely necessary digital competency, and I'm just so happy that we decided to include it in this program. And that's a wrap for day 7, I guess.
So guys, what is the biggest organism here on the earth?
Soil! Soil! Soil!
And as all good things have to come to an end, so does this course. Day 8, everybody was just working on their presentations. Day 9, in front of the class, each group presented their ideas for an immersive educational experience in permaculture. Each group created their own unique visual materials. I noticed an improvement in presentation skills across the board. We have nurtured some excellent teachers here.